not gonna go on a drive with me. Going up to the treatment facility, go look at my horses, and then go and see my clients. But so I come on here to talk about why I decided to leave the New Age spirituality. And so one thing that I want to say is that spirituality is great. I don't have anything against any way in which anyone believes. And because I guess you can say, impartial to what people call what it is that they believe in. Although I made, jokes in the past, because that's part of who I am. I'm a jokester. But I left New Age spirituality for that very reason alone, is that the oppression that I found in that modality. And no, I didn't backslide, because I'm still very much in my spirituality, working through apprenticeship, going through my shamanic path and everything. It's just that the way that I was going about it was not conducive for the collective consciousness and not conducive to my own life's assignment. And so in New Age spirituality, I realized that it was very oppressive, and that if people had a feeling of some sort, or they had an idea that did not align with the new wave, then it was considered low vibrational. And I feel like that terminology is overutilized, and a lot of stuff has been bastardized and overutilized, kind of like the word narcissist in the American dictionary. People just use these words and they don't understand what the words mean or the context behind the word. They just using these things because this is what they heard someone else say, but this is not what they heard their soul say. And so in my own beliefs, I feel that because we are all different, our soul will speak to us in different ways, and our soul will align us to information in different ways. And we can't all eat the same foods to thrive, because we all have different food choices and lifestyle choices. We're not going to be able to eat the same food to thrive in a space such as this. We're going to have to feed our souls with the things that resonate with our soul. And how do we understand this? Is we have to actually take time to separate ourselves from all of the mundane social statuses, social jargon, and really tune in to the vibration of what our soul is telling us. Really aligning to that center and understanding what our soul is telling us. For quite some time, I used to get a lot of different clients, and they would say, I'm still on my spiritual path, but I'm feeling depressed, and they would tell me that, and they'll start it off by saying, oh, I don't mean to be low vibrational. Well, you can have a bad day in spirituality, and that's part of that. What happens when you undress wounds? When you undress certain wounds, certain things show up. Certain things show up when you undress these wounds, and everything is not going to be lackadaisical. Everything is not going to be all great and good. And if you try to ignore the fact that something's wrong or something's off, then you're just bypassing the problem, and you will not heal. And so that may be the reason why some of the healing journey has been prolonged for many, because they're bypassing those things, and then when they're confronted with those things later, they don't know how to handle them in that respect, in that regard, because they just bypassed it. They lived in that delusion and told themselves that, oh no, I'm fine, even though they weren't. And so I want you to honor yourself and acknowledge when you're not doing fine. And when you're not doing fine, be in the present moment with those feelings. Allow yourself to feel what it is that you're feeling. Figure out the source of that feeling, and then continue to move forward. Continue to move forward with that knowledge, because I'm telling you, your soul will tell you what it is that you need. But yeah, it was the New Age spirituality was very oppressive. There are certain bylaws and things that you had to abide by, or you will get canceled in those communities if you didn't share the same views as many. It becomes toxic and abusive. If you were not happy all the time, you were condemned for not being happy all the time. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You're not gonna be happy all the time. There are some souls that comes here, and anger is going to be a part of them for their entire lives. But it's how that anger show up, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing. Some people, that's their bite. When the enemy attacks, that's their bite, and that's what keeps them safe in the spirit world and of this world. And that's totally okay. Not everybody is going to rest in their divine feminine or masculine energy the same way, and even that has been misunderstood. Everyone feels that, a lot of people feel that the divine masculine is just male energy, just a male. Like, it can only present itself in men, or the divine feminine can only present itself in women. No, it can present itself in anyone, and it presents itself based on the contract in which you decided to enter into this realm with. But you can possess both. There's a requirement to balance the both of them. When you are too far into one and too far into the other, it creates imbalance and a lot of resistance and a lot of turmoil and things like that. So you have to be able to be balanced in those spaces as well. And sometimes it's going to take a while to balance them out. It took you however many years to get there, so don't expect for yourself to heal overnight. And with everything, there's a recovery process. In every form of healing, there is a recovery process, and there is a relapse prevention. You have to continue to do that maintenance too. Whatever that maintenance regimen is, you have to continue to do it in order for you to continue along your journey. And not everyone on their journey is meant to be, some set guru or whatever. Not everybody's meant to be that. Your journey may be different. Some of you guys' journey may just be to be a mother or a father. Some of you guys' journey may just be to do outreach. Like, everybody's journey is so different, and not everyone is required the same thing. Not everyone has to be a tarot reader or an oracle reader. Not everyone has to be, a Orisha worshiper or thing like that. Like, not everybody has to do this stuff. And I think that's the biggest misconception when it comes to the New Age spirituality. Your guides and your ancestors will lead you to your true path. And if that path is difficult and has a lot of resistance, you have to attune with yourself and figure out, is this resistance because you're not supposed to be on this path, or is the resistance because you have bypassed that form of your spirituality, that part of your process, and you need to go and revisit it. Because if you don't treat it, you will repeat it. So it's so much, you guys. But I didn't desert you all. I didn't desert myself. I'm definitely still on my journey, going about it in the fashion that my soul has informed me to go about it, going about it in a fashion that my ancestors has allowed me to go about it. And I'm just enjoying it. I'm enjoying the journey, and I'm enjoying what's to come next on this journey. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you later.